Greetings, this is Matt with the National Weather Service Chicago office in Romeoville. It is Sunday afternoon, February 16th. We really appreciate you joining us for this latest multimedia weather briefing on, you guessed it, more snowfall coming on Monday, President's Day, namely from the late morning through the afternoon hours. The impacts with this event, first and foremost, heavy snowfall rates through the late morning and afternoon period, and with that will come greatly reduced visibility and snow-covered and slick roadways. A grand total of 3 to 6 inches of snowfall during that afternoon period especially will lead to impacts even lingering through the early evening commute due to snow-covered roads, due to the heavy nature in which that snow falls through the afternoon. Looking at a timeline, first for the Chicagoland area, snow is expected to develop during that mid to late morning period, really pick up in intensity during the afternoon, and then wind down, gradually end during the commute period. A grand total of 3 to 6 inches of snowfall and coming heavy during that afternoon will lead to lingering impacts through, again, the evening commute. For that reason, winter weather advisory in effect during the mid to late morning through the afternoon hours. Looking at the Rockford metro area, with this event coming at us from the west and moving to the east, basically the impacts are all shifted up a couple hours for Rockford compared to Chicago. Snow developing in the early to mid-morning, becoming heavy during that late morning period, lasting through mid-afternoon and then tapering. Again, a winter weather advisory also in effect for 3 to 6 inches of total snowfall. As you head further south with this event, the amounts of snow look to taper, and part of that reason is there will be some mixed with sleet, maybe some water-coated snowflakes there at first, and possibly lingering into the afternoon as well. That will cut down on some of the snowfall rates. Plus, the better forcing, as we look at as meteorologists, will simply be focused north of Interstate 80, leading to the heaviest snowfall amounts from Rockford to Chicagoland. So as you look at the threats, again, snow amounts 3 to 6 inches. Snowfall rates being the big one, though. They will be heavy at times, especially late morning through mid-afternoon. That is the period we are keying in on for heavy snowfall rates. Again, there will be some mix with sleet that could cause some additional icing of roadways. There also is a small chance in the early evening period across the Chicago metro that some of the snow as it ends could be mixed with some freezing drizzle. That's a small chance right now, but that could further add to impacts during the evening commute. Blowing snow we're not expecting as a major issue during this event because wind speeds will be 10 to 20 miles per hour in the morning and then even weakening as we head into the mid to late afternoon to 10 to 15 miles per hour. So winter weather advisory is in effect. It's in effect from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the outlined areas there to the west, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and that includes much of the Chicago metro area. Again, here's a recap of the impacts during this event. And then here's some information on road conditions and where to get that information. So again, it's Sunday afternoon, February 16th. This was a multimedia weather briefing covering the snowfall event on Monday, President's Day, from the late morning through the afternoon hours, with impacts lingering into the evening. Information may change at a later time, so continue to follow our website, weather.gov/Chicago, as well as our social media pages on Facebook and Twitter.